Hey everyone, it's George from the Race Space Podcast, a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast to promote the rise in obstacle course race in the Middle East. The series of episodes will contain interviews from obstacle course race athletes locally and internationally. We will also have interviews with race directors from Spartan Race to Tough Mudder, Desert Warrior Challenge to Ice Warrior Challenge, and different obstacle course race training groups in the Middle East. So please feel free to listen to these episodes, support the athletes, and support obstacle course race in the Middle East. And if you do have any feedback or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. And before we kickstart this episode, we have an important message, so check this out. Spartan is a global fitness brand with a 10 million strong community. We create transformational events, experiences, products, and content to help people, companies, and teams tear down boundaries and expand what they believe to be possible. From day one, nearly 2 decades ago, we've been champions of human transformation. We live to help people get outside, eat healthy, and develop habits that lead to a life of constant progress. With a family of brands, we push people from every corner of the globe outside their comfort zones and immerse them in a world of tough fitness and elite sports. We do this because when you can face and overcome adversity head-on, your potential is limitless. This year in December, in Abu Dhabi, the land of the gazelle, thousands of athletes and spectators will gather at the metropolis in the desert to compete for Spartan immortality. This is a unique opportunity to watch the world's best obstacle course race athletes compete for the World Championship and have your group conquer the course themselves. For Spartan World Championship ticket details and registrations to the program, see the link below. And there is also a discount code, so see the show notes below for the discount code and the registration link, and hopefully see you at Al Wadba. Now let's kickstart today's episode. Today we have a really important guest named by Prince Vitalis. If you have been in obstacle course race in Dubai, you would have definitely seen Prince. Now what I really liked about in this particular podcast is he said the importance of asking questions. Now I can't stress the fact that what he said is so important, particularly if you're a person doing your obstacle course race for the first time. You want to know what the trainings are, want to know how to overcome obstacles. It's so important to ask the right questions. And this is something which he said quite often in this particular podcast. The greatest thing what I liked about this particular interview was he shared his story, how he had fear of heights. And I think as listeners, we can learn quite a lot of things from this as well. So the things that you fear, you ask questions, you do the right training, you follow a strict schedule, you overcome these obstacles. Another thing which he mentioned, which I really liked, is that despite him still being having fear of obstacle off-road climb, every time he does that obstacle course race, he has a smile on his face. And that is something which I think we as listeners can echo it into our personal life as well. And in this episode, he also talked about the Xtreme Endurance training group that he is in. Now, I personally love Xtreme Endurance group. The people are extremely nice. And Prince Vitalis is, if not one of the key members of the Xtreme Endurance Challenge as well. And if you're a sponsor, want to hook up with him, I'll be mentioning all his details in the show notes below. So please feel free to go ahead and listen to the episodes, mention any comments that you have or feedback in the comment section below. So let's kick this thing off. Thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate you taking the time for doing this, Prince. How has your day been, Prince, so far today?
Oh, it was great. I really thank God. It was a really great day.
And today is kind of like the hump day, isn't it? Like we still have 2 more days now working in UAE.
I feel like, next tomorrow is Friday, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the day is running so slow, man. Honestly, I feel like the day is running slow. Also, the week is running so slow.
Absolutely. I think we still need to get our head revolved around working on Fridays. So, maybe it's going to take a little bit much more longer than anticipated.
If possible, serious. If I can turn it around. Not to work on Friday, I think I really love this because it seems working, like being on holiday on Friday, make the week short.
Correct, yeah. And I think in Sharjah, they still have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday working, I think so.
Yeah. They still they are not working on Friday, but I think they are still working on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome, Prince. But we wanted to find out where you were originally from and how did you move to Dubai and how did you get involved in obstacle course race?
Actually, I'm from Nigeria. Okay, in Nigeria, I'm from east part. We have north, west, and east. Okay, so I'm from eastern part of Nigeria. So I came to Dubai in 2013. First time I came to Dubai, I stayed for some months, like 8 months. I go back, and I came back here 2015. Okay. So, and since that time I've been working, and I've been working, I worked in my first job, like I say, because I'm an engineer student, so I work as a sales engineer, and I work in the company for a long time. So, during my working time in my previous company, I met some colleagues who are into sports also, especially hiking. They are only into hiking. Okay. So I asked one of my colleagues, can I join you to a hike? I never done hiking before. Even I don't like sport. Like for me, I'm fit. I feel like I feel like, okay, I'm okay without sports. I'm not fat. I'm not like trying to body shame myself that will make me to go into exercise. Okay. So when I joined them into hiking, man, I saw that there's a big difference going outside, I joined them in hike, and it was really amazing for the first day I joined them. That was my first outdoor activities in UAE.
Okay.
That was 2018.
Oh, excellent, yeah.
Okay. So that was between September, October time. Okay. Yeah. So from there, one thing about sports is all about connectivity.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So from there, you meet people, you make like new friends, and you see you get some positive outcome from it, especially meeting new people. So from there, I met new people which are into sports like running. Some are doing the OCR course. We are starting sharing ideas during the hiking. So I have some people saying they are going for Dubai Marathon. They are going for Adnock Marathon. I'm like, what is marathon? What are you guys are talking about? I pay attention, try to understand what type of sports everybody does. So some are saying they are doing cycling. Oh my God, I feel interest, man. How can I join you guys? I want to be outside. I want to be outside. So they told me, okay, there's this, what is it called, Mohassan Run, which is 10 kilometers in Sharjah.
Correct, yeah.
They said next weekend there's a Mohassan Run, I think so, in Sharjah, which is 10 kilometers. They say if I'm fit, I can join them. Really? But I've never done even 1 kilometer run before. So this is how my sport activity started. So I have a good friend called Neil.
Okay.
She's a Filipino.
Yes.
So Neil told me, please don't worry, because we communicate. She's staying closer to my place. So that time I was staying in Akuzes.
Okay.
So she told me, okay, Prince, I will come to this, was the one pot park. There was a park in Akuzes that she said she will come, that we can run, we can train. I said, good, fine, please come. I need somebody that can encourage me.
Yep.
So she came, and the first night we did 5 kilometers.
Which was half of the distance of what you expected.
Honestly, that time I was not calculating it,
okay.
But she calculated that, and I don't know about pace. She was the one that teach me about pace. She said, Prince, you're running faster. I mean, let me just run,
Yeah, and for
so,
our listeners,
that day we did 5 kilometers.
Yeah, and I was just saying that for our listeners, what Prince is talking about is a Filipino lady called as Neil, who you will see her in pretty much all the obstacle course race. Definitely would like to speak to her as well. So yeah, that's absolutely a brilliant way, the way you explained it, from the hiking experience to your first attempt in 10K in Sharjah. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So from there, I meet very incredible people. I make new friends. One thing about sports is about loving, connectivities, and people, everybody, they are all positive. And the more you go, the more you meet new people That's how I was able to meet new people who are showing me the Spartan race. I've been introduced to many type of race, which I put my interest on. I feel that, man, it's really, really good to be in sports. And that's how I start my sports career in Dubai.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, if you were to see Prince, you can tell that, he's physically fit. He's definitely much above average, so definitely 100% right. So Prince, take us back to the moment before you did your first obstacle course race. The moment you found out, let's say, about Spartan Race event taking place, what were your thoughts and expectations, let's say, a day before the event or a week before the event? What was your expectations?
Before I did my first obstacle race, which is Spartan, okay, I did first volunteer
excellent.
in Malaya. Yeah. So I was invited also by Neil.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, okay, to register as a volunteer as a Spartan. So when I got there, I don't know how the obstacle looks like, okay? So when I got there, I see the obstacles, I see what it's all about, okay? So that's my first experience about OCR race, okay? As a volunteer, I went there and I saw it. So when I registered my first race, which is Ain Zoo.
Oh yeah, that is a brilliant one, yeah.
Yeah, the Ain Zoo, I was so much nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know how to prepare myself in it because I didn't train myself in obstacle. I was only running. Okay, so, and Nate told me, no worry, it would not be difficult for me to do. So, and I have some couple of friends that we started, talking about the obstacle, and I was asking questions. Like, they were also telling me much I can do and how to overcome some obstacle, the height, when there'll be some people to help you to lift you up, because some obstacles which are higher, because I'm doing the age grade, I'm just doing the sprint, okay?
Yep.
So they said only when I will do the age grade, or maybe I will do the elite, I can compete on my own. But right now, I should not bother much about it, and which is very nice. I know it's a beast, but I didn't find it much difficult, but I got injured.
Do you know which obstacle was that in?
That was the barbed wire, Under there was a mud water,
Absolutely. And if I'm
there was a mud water.
Yeah, it rained.
Yeah, and it's sticky. Oh my God, fully sticky. And so, and there's a lot of stones inside there, inside the mud. So, which I don't know much that I don't need to, and I'm supposed to wear a long sleeve, something that will cover my arms, my arm.
Yeah.
So, and I was rushing on the, crawling on the ground. So I got a lot of bruises, a lot of bruises that day. It was really fun, and I really enjoyed it, seriously. It was really, really fun. So that day, till now, I feel like, no, I'm not going to miss any Spartan race again. It was really amazing.
Yeah,
seriously.
Absolutely. And I do remember that every obstacle course race or Spartan race that I attend, I definitely see you in that one.
Yeah.
And what I really like, and this is a bit surprising for me, because, in your first race, people were giving you advice, but now when I see you in the obstacle course race, I do see you giving advice and helping other people out as well.
Yeah, that's after the first time, I started training, I joined many groups, which we helped ourselves so much, which you have idea of our training about the race, many groups which we train.
Yep.
So we started training about the obstacle race. So from there, I become very good on it. So to the extent I have to teach the new ones. Also, I have to coach them. I have to encourage them how to overcome the obstacles.
Absolutely.
So that is why I am good in it now.
Absolutely, totally agree with that. And before we move on to, let's see, the groups that you're involved in, Prince, can you tell our listeners how many obstacle course races have you done so far? And what has the experience been like? If you've done any obstacle, let's say, course race in a different emirate, or maybe outside of UAE or something else that you'd like to share.
Yeah, actually, all my obstacle races are here in Dubai.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, I didn't have the opportunity to do outside, especially when we have in Oman.
Yeah.
I registered, but my company didn't allow me then because we have some urgent work to do.
I see.
So it's fine. So here in Dubai, I have done a lot of for Spartan, I have done up to 5 Spartan race here in Dubai. And for other, like, about the Tough Mudder, about the Desert Warrior.
Yep.
Also, which I have done for the Desert Warrior, I did up to 4 also, and Tough Mudder, a couple times I did Tough Mudder.
Yep.
So I can't count how many times I did Tough Mudder, but I did it several times. So obstacle is not a big deal for me, and obstacle race is not a big deal because I've been doing it for a long time and I enjoy doing it. And one thing I always do before any race, I have to prepare myself. I keep on training. I don't stop training, which I train all the time. And also I have to also tell anybody that wanted to come to obstacle race, that wanted to be, good in obstacle race, the most important thing to train yourself. Train yourself so much and learn how to, overcome some obstacles and learn how to listen to yourself, because not everybody that see it that thinks that it will be easy the way it is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Valid point here.
There's something that happened one day in Desert Warrior, which is not supposed to, but I was telling my friend, no, you have to train yourself before you do this type of a thing, you do it here.
Yeah.
So because you don't train yourself in that way, that's why you make this mistake.
Absolutely.
So,
excellent point here.
Believe before you can do it, just train yourself a little. Don't just come that everybody is coming to it.
Yep.
Ask question. That's the most important thing. Whatever you don't know, ask the question and ask for the right person to guide you. And believe me, it will be fun. It's more easy when you learn, you know what you come to do and you prepared for it. It's easy. But when you didn't prepare, you didn't train yourself, it can't be balanced for you. That's one thing.
That is an absolutely brilliant advice. And on that same note, Prince, can you share your training plan? Let's say if you know that there is a particular obstacle course race which is going to start, let's say 3 months from now. Is there any training you do, let's say a month before the race, couple of months before the race, couple of weeks before the race, and the day of the particular race? What is it that you particularly individually do?
Yeah. In this way, because mostly I can say is our main focus is this Spartan race. That's what we do most here in Dubai. Okay, so I think all my training is all about Spartan race, all about obstacle, because if you see the whole course obstacles on Spartan, which we always train. I think if you following me, and I know many people are following me, you can see me posting our activities all the time. The most where I see myself I'm lacking so much is the rope climb. Okay, climbing the rope. So which I see myself that I'm finding it so difficult to hold grip of the rope.
Yeah.
So and I'm like scared of the height. When I climb high, I like maybe I'm gonna fall.
Yes.
So in that way, I have to train myself so much on it. I have to focus on the rope. Make sure that every week, at least every Wednesday, I have to go to a place I have to train, at least to train with the rope. For other side, I train that, but not constantly as I train to climb the rope. So the only thing, if you are athletes, elite or whatever, if you discover maybe you are lacking in this obstacle, you need to work on it.
Absolutely, and that is a brilliant advice,
But if you are going for a full race, like you are not lacking in any particular obstacle, but you need to train yourself in all the whole obstacle. You can start with 3 months. 3 months is okay for us. We started training in any race 6 months. We don't stop training. That's us, So for people or for anybody, I think maybe if you want to relax, go for vacation, you don't want to train. So if you know that you are racing in 6 months' time, after 3 months of your vacation, start training.
Yeah.
Start training for that race. 1, it will help you to equip yourself. 2, it will help you, maybe if you got injury, it will help you to recover. 2, it will help you to understand also the race.
Absolutely.
And you have to find many things, and that's good in training. There's many places to train. I can't tell you join this team or join that team. There's many obstacle place to train here in Dubai. Many obstacle gym, many groups which you can join to train with. There are many of them. So I can't say this is perfect or this is not perfect.
Correct.
Join any group or any gym that you know have the right equipment to train you for you to get what you want. But don't go to any event, any race without proper training. It's very important.
That is absolutely critical, or you end up with injuries and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you know.
And let's say, if you find out, let's say there is a race 1 week before the race, is there anything particularly that you do? Or let's say a day before the race, is there something unique or something that you'd like to share to the audience as well?
Yeah. 1 week before the race, honestly, I'm not training anymore.
Oh, excellent, yeah.
1 week before the race, because you know in this 1 week you have to be careful not to get injury because it's so difficult to recover.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely brilliant advice,
So,
yeah.
and also within this 1 week, I have to hydrate. It depends the type of race I'm doing, but most of this obstacle, beast or super, you know, it's a long distance, and also it has some obstacle. You have to start hydrating. You know, what I mean by hydrating, drinking a lot of water, eating. If I don't know, some people that like carbs,
Yep.
a lot of carbs. You know, start eating, feeding yourself with carbs. Some people don't eat carbs, some people like only protein. Whatever you know that is good for your health, that will equip you for the race. I can't, try to tell you drink only water, eat only biscuit or stuff. You know your body. You know what you can eat that can sustain you. Okay, so for me, a week before the race, I stop any training.
Yeah.
I just start to, listen to my body. I'll just be every morning. The only thing I have to do, I have to do a little jogging.
Okay.
I can't run. I can't jog beyond the pace I'm jogging before. I have to jog with slow pace. Why I'm jogging is to still keep my mind, my leg active.
Yep.
Okay, so this is how I prepare in a week before the race. I don't do any obstacle training or anything because I've already did that for a long time. So I have to, within this week for the race, I have to just relax, listen to my body, hydrate very well, and get myself ready for the event.
Absolutely, absolutely brilliant advice. And personally for me, Prince, what I do is I tend to watch a lot of UFC or MMA. And what you said is exactly what the professional athletes they also do who are into UFC and mixed martial arts or even boxing. The week before, they just try to keep the body active, they focus on hydration. So absolutely, absolutely brilliant advice. What I wanted to ask next is, Prince, now you've done obstacle course race, let's say Spartan Race, Tough Mudder, and Desert Warrior Challenge, and quite others. What is your favorite obstacle course race, and why is that your favorite obstacle course race?
Which one in Tough Mudder?
In any between the 3 or 4, which is your personal favorite?
My favorite race is Spartan.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
So that's my favorite one. And in Spartan, my best, what can I say? The only place I enjoy so much is the rope climb, which I know I'm scared of it. So whenever I went to the rope climb, I started laughing at myself. This is my this is my challenge, and I don't fail to do it. Even though I climb half of the rope, I can come down and do the poppies, which is okay. But this is one of my favorite sides that whenever I reach there, I always have double mind. Climb, do the poppies or climb. I'll just smile, laugh at myself, I'll just climb. Okay. So most of the time, if I couldn't touch the bell, I'll just come down and do the poppies.
See,
and continue my race.
What I really like about this, what you're saying is that despite you having fear of heights, you're making the decision to laugh about it and still going ahead. And right now, that is your favorite obstacle. Which I think is absolutely brilliant advice, It just tells the listeners that what you fear, once you do the right technique and understand it, it could actually be your favorite obstacle. Are there any other favorite obstacles that you have, let's say in Spartan Race or any other obstacle course race, besides, rope the climb? Do you have any other favorite obstacles?
Yeah, also, what is it called? The Tough Mudder. There's another one we used to go under the water, like there's what is it called? I forget the obstacle name, but there's a.
Is it the triangle-shaped one?
Not the triangle shape, the one that we have to go inside the water and up is sea with the barbed wire. So you only have to hold the.
Oh, I remember that one. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah,
remember that one? Yeah, we did that in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Which is scary. It's really scary.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I see. I'm trying to recollect the name, but that is a brilliant obstacle as well. Yeah, that is a brilliant one.
Really tough one, and I really love it. If you go to my Instagram, it's there. I posted it there. It's really scary, seriously, and it's very fun. I really like doing that, seriously, because most people don't do it because they find it scary.
Yeah.
But for me, I really like whatever that I will see. I will just smile. Oh my God, am I gonna do this or no? And definitely I will do it, and whatever I have double mind, I'm like, oh, okay, sure, I will do it. At first, like, it scares me, I will do it. Even though I didn't finish it, but I'll be happy that I tried it.
That is absolutely brilliant, and this is turning out to be, the key takeaway from this podcast, what you're saying. Absolutely brilliant point. Now, we've talked about your favorite obstacles. Now, what is your least favorite obstacle, something that you dislike?
For the Tough Mudder is the electric shock.
Yeah, we get that quite a lot, yeah. I totally agree.
The electric shock, which I don't like. And for Spartan is the spear.
Oh, yeah, spear throw as well, correct, yeah.
Yeah, the spear. I literally fail it sometimes. Sometimes I'm lucky. Pew, one throw, boom. But sometimes I can try several times. Oh my God. My God.
I've spoken to some couple of elite athletes as well, and they have said spear throw as well. So, definitely an important thing. Totally.
Yeah.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very important thing. I try to, train myself on it, which most of the time if I'm try it on the training, it's good. But when I go to the obstacle, I may fail. So the only thing I have to do, if I go to the obstacle, if I tried it, I failed, I do the poppies and continue.
Absolutely brilliant. And since you have done obstacle course race, Spartan Race, Tough Mudder, Desert Warrior Challenge as well, what message we want to give to the race directors is, so let's say, Prince, if they were to ask you, are there any obstacles that can be removed or replaced? What advice would you like to give to the race directors, so the organizers of Spartan Race, Tough Mudder, and Desert Warrior Challenge? What advice would you give in terms of, removing the obstacles or replacing them? Or if you have any obstacle that you would like to suggest, and maybe they will like that obstacle and they'll put it in the obstacle course race.
Right now, I can say so far so good. Mm-hmm. Spartans which I have done and the other OCR race which I have done, they're okay based on my experience, okay? So I find it all challenging, okay? I don't want to find it easy, and I find it challenging. It's very okay. And I see that I'm enjoying it. I can't say remove any obstacle or add extra obstacle because I don't know the type of obstacle they have to add, which will be, it can be good for me, I don't know for others, but for me, tire flip.
Okay.
Also, I'm short guy, so so I think, and they don't in obstacle race, especially Spartan, they don't care if you are short or tall or huge.
Correct.
As far as you are a guy, you must flip the big one, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So they don't care about your size, So this another thing. If they can make it, people that has huge body will flip the biggest tire, and people that have smaller body like us will flip this.
100%. I mean, I'll be the person to agree to it the most because you are saying you are short, and believe it or not, I might be at least 1 inch or 2 inch shorter than you. So I would be 100% agreeing to what you're saying. And I've thought that thing absolutely so many times. But yeah, absolutely brilliant advice. I mean, totally agree with that. And Prince, what I also want to find out is, let's say, if there are any athletes or fellow listeners who are listening to this particular podcast, are there particularly any advice that you'd like to give them?
Yeah, one thing about obstacle race, okay, it involves risk. This one thing I have to have it in mind. It involves risk, okay? So, one thing that involves risk, you have to be very careful about it, That's why it's good to train yourself before you got involved, and it's good to ask questions.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very fun. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. The new joiners and maybe the athletes like us, people that have been there for many times, we know what it is. We know the fun part of it. Not only you are, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, you are also experiencing some part of life in
Absolutely
it.
right. Yeah.
Okay, you also experiencing some part of life on it. So people that wanted to do it, believe me, is very fun. I advise everybody to try to come into OCR race, obstacle race, but before you come into it, like try to train yourself. Ask questions. Join the right group to train with. Join the right gym or wherever you want to train for any race. Train and hit the track with us. Definitely, you're gonna enjoy it. Obstacle races are very amazing, very very fun too, and it's very challenging.
Absolutely.
It's very challenging, serious, and I believe that everybody can do it. The only thing, like, try to do the right training and know what you are going to do,
Yep.
and know that this involves risk, which you can get injured if you don't know what you are doing. You can fall down. It can, what can happen.
Right.
That's why it's good to ask questions, and it's good to train yourself before you get involved. But it's very very fun to do, and you will meet new people, make new friends, travel around. George, I meet you in race, right? So that's why, it's about sports, it connects you everywhere, and it makes you to know more people, and, it's very fun. It's very, very
If
fun.
there are any training groups that you'd like to mention, you're more than happy to mention any training group that you're associated with.
Yeah,
And if the
right
listeners
now,
want to attend, yeah.
great, good. I think now, as far as I am concerned, Xtreme Endurance is one of the best group now in Dubai. Okay,
Yep.
which can train you. We only focus on endurance and OCR. We don't train you for you to go and run marathon. If you want to run marathon, go and join Adidas or Run for a Purpose.
Yeah.
Where you can, where you can train yourself for running. But if you want to do, obstacle race involve running also.
Yep.
Okay, we know that. So in Extreme Endurance, we train you also running. We train you how to overcome the obstacles.
Yep.
And we train you how to, be mental fit, because everything's all about mental, because you know what happened in Liwa.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Okay? We are not raising with our body, we are raising with our spirit and our mental. Okay?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
The body is gone, the body is tired, but the only thing you are raising, you cannot go back,
Correct.
the only thing you have to look forward. So in this state, in this scenario, you only have to raise with your mental health, with your mental. So that is why Extreme Endurance is here in Dubai. We will train you when it gets difficult, when it gets tougher.
Absolutely.
You don't need to quit. You have to train your mind that definitely you must reach at the finish point.
Yep.
And you'll be happy that you finish it. Some people will be racing and they will get fed up. They will just call for help and car will pick them up. You know that.
Yeah, 100% right. Yeah.
So if you are training with Extreme Endurance, you can never ever think of quitting, or think of, even though you have injury, sustained injury, because I know most of us that have sustained injury several times, but we can never quit. Even though the med attend to us, we keep on moving. We keep on moving. Okay. So this is another thing. You should train your mental health. So this is the most important thing about it, about SM endurance. So I advise anybody that wanted to go for any OCR race, train with SM endurance. This is the best team you can train with for now.
Absolutely. What I'll do is, Prince, in the show notes, I'll also mention the Instagram ID for Xtreme Endurance. And I personally like Xtreme Endurance because you guys do quite a lot of things. You guys do rocking, you guys do kayaking, you guys do insane workouts. For listeners, definitely a must, to follow Xtreme Endurance. And on similar point, I wanted to ask a couple of few questions. One of them is, Prince, Apart from obstacle course race, are there any sports that you are particularly interested in? And does it have any connection, let's say, to obstacle course race as well?
Yeah, like I said, also marathon. I did marathon. I did a many different run, 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers. Mostly every weekend there's an event here and there in Dubai. So which I am always partaking. I do kayak also, but apart from OCR race, obstacle race, the next other race I do is running because I love and I enjoy running also.
Absolutely brilliant. I love running and I absolutely love doing kayaking as well. And one of my goals is to actually have an obstacle course race podcast in the kayak. So maybe with you in the future date, we'll be on a kayak.
Yeah, but I never challenged you any kayak competition. And we do, Xtreme Endurance, we do kayak also, which is very good to build your head because we do it up to 2 kilometers. Which will build your strength also because it's paddling for 1 hour, 2 hours, it's difficult. Okay, paddling constantly. Correct. So in that way also, it also builds your mental health and also your strength also. So also I did something before called dragon boat. This dragon boat, right, which people are doing. So I did that. That was in Sharjah. I just trained with them a couple of times. So I find out that I don't fit in this sports. I don't fit myself in it.
I see. Okay.
So I don't need to push myself to do it again. So I stopped.
Excellent. But still a good learning experience, to do dragon boat.
Yeah, it's good to have the experience. It's very, very good. Yeah.
And we have a few other questions. And now I'm going to ask you 3 fun questions. 2 of them are not related to fitness, and 1 of them is related to the OCR. So the first question, Prince, is what is your favorite music genre? Do you have any favorite music genre that you listen to?
Yeah, I listen to music, especially the score.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, because I'm always in the mood of training all the time. I'm in the mood of rocking,
Yeah.
So anytime I play this music, I feel like, man, I need to hit the obstacle, like be on the training ground. And the music always motivates me. This is my music that I play almost all the time.
That is
the score.
That is really great to know that. And the second question is there any secret that you'd like to confess to our listeners? Now, I'm hoping that you don't tell us that you're a serial killer or you're fetish. Any secret, any positive or negative secret that you want to tell it to your fellow colleagues, maybe at Xtreme Endurance or something that they don't know about you?
Actually, everybody has a secret, So, in that way, what I know that Prince, many people knows me already, and I knew many people around, especially in obstacle and many teams. Okay, and Prince is very charming,
Prince Charming, right?
It's a Prince Charming, okay? So that's it for now. So no more secret.
Oh, that's good way of answering that,
yeah. It's a Prince Charming, so that's it.
Yeah, and one second last question is, if you have one piece of gym equipment that would be associated to you, what would it be and why?
Sorry?
So if there is one gym equipment,
okay,
that, it would be resembling you or it would be associated to you, what would it be?
That I think now it will be the rope climb.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. That is absolutely.
It will be it. Yes, it will be it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And one final question is, for our listeners, Prince, how can they get in touch with you? Let's say if they want to find out more information about you, or if there are any sponsors who are willing to sponsor athletes. Is there any Instagram ID or YouTube channel that you'd like to recommend?
Yeah, I have my Instagram account, which is Prince Vitalis 0. Okay. which everybody can find me on it. So, and my Facebook, but I'm not constantly active on Facebook. So, and I'm not TikTok. I find it's a lady channel. So,
Totally agree, yeah.
but it's fine, okay? Very fine. TikTok. So, my most channel you can find me so easily is on Instagram. So, in case anybody want to hook up or say hi, Prince is always open person, and I'm very social human being that I'm open for anything. So, anybody that want to get in touch or want to know me more and know what more I'm doing and want to know everything about me, hit me up on Instagram, and we're gonna rock it from there. I think also anybody that also want to know me also can ask you a question about me, and you can also connect him to me direct. Okay.
So what I'll do is, Prince, in the show notes, I'll mention your Instagram ID. I'll also mention about Xtreme Endurance, because I think our listeners will definitely benefit by Xtreme Endurance. I mean, thank you so very much, Prince, for doing this, man. Really, really appreciate it. You staying back after work. Cannot thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys having me. I'm so much happy.